This training will provide a basic introduction to Texas A&M University Sponsored Research Services, known as SRS, and an overview of research administration at Texas A&M University. The objectives for this training are as follows: to understand what is research administration, to understand what is a sponsored project, to understand the life cycle of a sponsored project, and to learn what the SRS functional groups do. Let's discuss what is research administration. University research administration is a broad career field that is best summed up with the following description. University research administrators support the research endeavor at their institution by supporting faculty, assisting with the preparation and submission of proposals, and managing research grants and contracts. First, let's look at why do universities perform research. Public research universities initiate the fundamental research that drives scientific and technological discovery. This is part of their mission around learning and discovery. The research contributes directly and indirectly to the primary mission of teaching. By involving students in research, universities educate and train the skilled workforce of tomorrow. Students learn from cutting-edge researchers. Knowledge gained today through basic research will become the inventions and products of tomorrow. Performing research is an expected part of the job for faculty at Texas A&M University. Faculty are hired to teach, perform research, and do service. Research is part of the promotion and tenure criteria. Research drives publications. Publishing research is an effective way to share findings with others in the field. Other industry experts can use previous findings to further their own research. Publishing establishes reputations. Building a good reputation is important as a professional in any industry. The faculty member is generally responsible for supporting the research team. The faculty member is responsible for securing the funding to pay for the salaries of the research team. Seeking and obtaining external research funding financially supports the research team, including research associates, postdocs, and graduate students. Research is big business at Texas A&M University. As this graphic shows, research conducted at Texas A&M generated annual expenditures of more than $1.153 billion in fiscal year 2022. Texas A&M ranked 23rd in the National Science Foundation's Higher Education Research and Development Survey, released in 2023. These research expenditures include Texas A&M University and the other entities based in College Station, including AgriLife, Texas A&M Experiment Station, Texas Transportation Institute, and Texas A&M Health Science Center. Texas A&M Galveston and Texas A&M Qatar are also included. A sponsored project is an activity that is sponsored or funded by an external organization, such as a federal, state, or private organization or agency. Sponsored projects are funded research, instruction, training, testing, service, or other scholarly activities in which a formal written agreement, either a grant, cooperative agreement, or contract, is entered into between the university and the sponsor. Characteristics include a specific scope of work or set of specific aims, financial accountability and or the reporting. The funds must be separately budgeted and accounted for. Specific period of performance. Deliverables, including a final technical report. And disposition of any property that was acquired with the grant. This is in contrast to a gift, which is handled by the Texas A&M Foundation. Gifts do not have a specific scope of work or defined deliverables. How are sponsored projects generated? They start with the sponsor, which can be federal, state, local governments and foundations and nonprofits, for-profits, and foreign entities. The sponsor has a desire to have research or some other scholarly activity performed by the university, and the sponsor is willing to pay for the activity. Entities such as federal, state, local governments, and foundations and nonprofits issue funding opportunity announcements, known as FOAs, which are widely disseminated across the university community and beyond. If a faculty member decides that the funding opportunity is a good match for their area of research, then they may decide to respond to the funding opportunity by preparing a proposal submission. A proposal will be submitted by the institution to the sponsor. It is a competitive process. For some federal sponsors, the success rate to have your proposal funded is around 20%, and it may take 9 to 12 months after the submission of the proposal before an award is made. Generally, for-profit sponsors may directly contact a faculty member and request a proposal, resulting in an award. Foreign entities may also fund research or other types of projects. A principal investigator, known as a PI, is an individual who has been designated by the university and the sponsor as a responsible person for the overall administrative, physical, scientific, and technical direction and conduct of a sponsored project within the terms and conditions of the award and in accordance with the university and system rules and regulations. At Texas A&M University, tenure or tenure-track faculty and faculty equivalent research positions have PI eligibility status. Co-PIs and co-investigators are PI eligible individuals who are collaborating with the lead PI on the project. While the award document may name the PI, it's important to remember that the actual award is made to the institution and not to the PI. Sponsored Research Services is part of the Texas A&M Division of Research. SRS reports up to the Texas A&M University Vice President of Research. Sponsored Research Services provides research administrative services to the Texas A&M University system members headquartered in Brazos County, as well as Texas A&M Galveston and Texas A&M Qatar campuses. In addition, SRS supports pre-award and post-award services for some of the system's regional campuses. This graphic details the project lifecycle of pre- and post-award research administration. The pre-award phase represents the beginning of the grant lifecycle, which includes announcing opportunities, preparing, and submitting applications. The post-award areas include logging in and setting up the award in the research administration and financial systems, and managing the financial aspects of the project. The various SRS functional areas of proposal administration, award and account setup expediting team known as ASSET, contract negotiation, project administration, and sponsor billing are shown in their place in the life cycle. The PI starts the process when they decide to prepare and submit a proposal to a sponsor. The PI will contact their proposal administrator, who will assist with the budget and administrative sections of the proposal and routing and submitting the proposal. If a proposal is funded, the asset team will retrieve the award document and log in the award and set up the project. The contract group will negotiate the award terms and conditions if needed. The project administrators manage the project through the closeout of the award. We will look at each of these areas in the following slides. The proposal administrators assist researchers with the preparation and submission of proposals for external funding. Services include budget development, completion of most administrative sections of the proposal, and ensuring that the proposal is compliant with Texas A&M system policies, system member requirements, state and federal regulations, and the funding agency's specific terms and conditions. The proposal administrator enters proposal information into Maestro, where it routes for review and approval to the appropriate stakeholders. After review and approval, the proposal administrator submits the proposal to the sponsor and tracks the successful receipt of the proposal. Keep in mind, the Texas A&M University system has several system members that are served by SRS. Texas A&M University System Policy 1501, Research Agreements, directs the faculty in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences to submit their proposals under Texas A&M AgriLife. Faculty in the Texas A&M College of Engineering are directed to submit their proposals under the Texas A&M Engineering Experiment Station. Most funding agreements will come directly to SRS in response to a proposal prepared and submitted by SRS on behalf of the principal investigators. Asset logs the award into Maestro and determines if the award should be routed to contract negotiation for review and/or acceptance, or if it is ready to proceed for award and account establishment. Once an award has been accepted by SRS, on behalf of the system member, Asset sets up an account in Famous and links the financial account and the proposal record to the project record in Maestro. Proposals are linked to the project record to maintain a consistent record of the statement of work and researchers involved in the project. Funds are loaded to the Famous financial account, and spending restrictions, if applicable, are noted on the project record in Maestro. As part of the award and account establishment, Asset ensures compliance requirements are cleared prior to releasing the established project to post-award, such as a routed and approved proposal, financial conflict of interest, FCOI for all investigators, and approved protocols for compliance items. Agreements require careful review to protect the interest of the researcher and the system member. An SRS contract negotiator reviews the terms and conditions of federal, state, and nonprofit agreements for non-standard terms and conditions and negotiates any necessary changes. To confirm agreements are acceptable, SRS contract negotiators consult as needed with the A&M Systems Office of General Counsel, Texas A&M Innovation, and the appropriate A&M system members administration. Industry contracts are negotiated by the system member. The project administration team is committed to providing timely, accurate, and courteous assistance to our faculty, external sponsors, and other system members. The project administration team assists customers in exercising good project management practices in the administration of externally funded sponsored programs during the life cycle of an award, from project establishment to closeout. These practices ensure compliance with the system members' policies, state and federal regulations, and grant-specific terms and conditions. The project administration team provides assistance when making necessary changes to various financial aspects of the project, while working with the principal investigator and other members of the systems research community in accomplishing the statement of work on time and within budget and compliance. The SRS sponsor billing team is responsible for the submission of invoices for fixed price, fixed rate, and cost reimbursable sponsor research projects. The sponsor's award document dictates the type and frequency of invoicing. Sponsor billing also monitors and tracks outstanding invoices, issues past due notices as appropriate, and contacts the sponsor concerning unpaid invoices. Sponsor billing is also responsible for the submission and reporting of financial information that is in accordance with the requirements and frequency specified by the sponsor. Maestro is an electronic research administration system tasked with developing, implementing, and maintaining the enterprise information system. Maestro supports researchers and research administration across the A&M system. Through various portals, Maestro provides transparency to users so that they may review and approve their proposals prior to submission to the sponsor, checking the status of contracts and negotiation, and view post-award information. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of the following. Know what comprises research administration. Know the life cycle of a research project. Know the functional areas of SRS. If you have questions about this presentation, contact David Hollingsworth, Director of Professional Development and Outreach Initiatives with SRS. It can be reached at 979-847-7638 or email dhollingsworth@tamu.edu.